Hey, Coach Miller here with BTB Lax. I'm in the BTB Lax studio. We're going to break down some film here. Took a look at the UVA Maryland game from last weekend in the quarterfinals. Maryland won that game by 10. They're going on to play in the Final Four. They're looking real good right now. So we're going to dive into the iPad, mark some stuff up, and take a look at some clips. But real quick, guys, if you like these types of videos, go ahead, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like it. I'm going to have more of these types of videos coming out now that I have the process figured out on how to, get the game and get some annotations and do some coaching here on the iPad. So let's dive into some clips right now. The first clip I want to look at is the wraparound shot. If you remember, I did a YouTube video on this just about a month ago. The link is right in the description of this video, and you can see it right there in the corner. So that's where I talked about the intricacies of this shot because it's really, really hard to defend. So we'll take a look here. He starts his dodge from behind the cage, comes all the way across, and literally gets right to GLE and just wraps that shot right around the goalie. He's not even a step above goal line extended, and he gets that. Here's a good angle right here. This shot is so hard to defend. So if see, he's getting right there to GLE. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. I mean, he's right there. His foot is right there on GLE, and he's wrapping that shot around. Defender can't guard that. It's too good of a move. So you attackmen, you goal scorers out there should definitely be practicing this type of shot if you want to score more goals because it's extremely, extremely hard to defend. All right, next clip here. Let's take a look at the UVA zone. They went back and forth from playing man and zone throughout the game, and Maryland just does such a good job of moving the ball here. So we'll kind of just look just how just a little bit of a fake there gives an open shot, open sticks a goal with this team for sure. So we'll take a look. All right, so we'll take a look here at the UVA zone. So here we have three guys basically across the top and three guys kind of basically across the bottom. This bottom crease guy is playing this crease guy. They don't seem to defend the ball behind the cage. So they're kind of just playing sides here. And then you can see these three responsible for the top three Maryland guys. Maryland just working the ball around. So here the same concepts kind of apply to even if you're playing man-to-man defense where you want to keep your guy down one side, don't let him come back. That causes breakdowns in the defense. So here, just that little split right here kind of disguises like he's going to his left, but in reality comes back to his right, hedges this defender over just a tad. And then this guy's wide open for the pass. Open six a goal. Catch and shoot. Here's a different angle here so you can see it from up top. Drawing. So Maryland does a good job here. They have some good off-ball movement. They flash this one top corner midi behind so you can see it. You'll see him coming there, occupying some space. The little dodge from up top creates, that little movement right there where he comes over. Then it's a open goal is a goal. So it's always good to look at what these college teams are doing, whether they're playing zone or man. And when they're playing zone, oftentimes, especially now, you'll hear the announcers announcing it out. They do a great job of explaining what's going on, but you can kind of see the different formations with their strategies that they're using to play the zone. The reasons why teams play zone defense is because oftentimes it's hard for them to match up man-to-man with their opposing team. So they play zone, force outside shots, kind of like hoping that their goalie comes up and plays well and makes a lot of those saves. So that's why teams play zone defense. But when you're watching these games, you should see how these teams play zone defense, how they slide, and that sort of thing. All right, let's move on to the next clip here. Now, this clip is a little bit different than that wraparound shot because he keeps on going this time. He gets above GLE, basically about 3 yards, you can kind of see here. So he just takes off, gets to that, and just turns around and shoots. So you want to be working on both these types of shots. If you get the wraparound shot, great. So you want to be working on both of these shots because the wraparound shot has the least amount of angle, but the higher up, you have more room to shoot for on the cage. So you want to be working on both of these types of shots when you're practicing on your own. The next clips here, I want to take a look at some advantages that Maryland found in the substitution game. So the announcer did a great job pointing this out. A lot of times these players are very specialized. So You either have your offensive middies, you have your defensive middies, you have your face-off guys, you have all sorts of things. So there's a lot of substitutions going on because a lot of these teams don't want to have their offensive players caught on defense because that's a disadvantage. So they want to get their D middies on the game so that they can play better defense. So in this scenario right here, Maryland is subbing and Virginia's trying to get their guys in. Okay, so here's the scenario. You're going to see two substitutions. One that happens right there. So I'll rewind it for a minute just to show you. So we have this guy who's going to sub out, and he actually causes a brief man-up situation for Maryland, which I'll show you in just a second here. So right here, you're going to see Maryland's essentially man-up on a fast break right now because this guy's trailing. But UVA does a good job of defending it. They recover. Everything's great. Now it happens again. So you have a long pole here who's looking to sub out and get offensive players in the game. And he does. And when he does that, this guy just subs out as well. And now there's another man up. And now there is another man up opportunity. And this time UVA can't defend it and Maryland scores. So we'll take a look. There you see it. So you can kind of see here. So this is just after that first one, which they were able to defend. But here, now this guy's coming out, just leaving the guy. And he's got all this open space here. And he gets right in there. Catches the ball. No slide. UVA's all out of wax, and he gets a great scoring opportunity. He scores. Okay, so there's an example of a simple breakdown in UVA's substitution games that gave Maryland an advantage and an easy scoring opportunity. And Maryland actually gets another one, which I'm going to show you guys right here. All right, so here we go. Maryland just won the face-off, and they're subbing out. So you can kind of see here, they just won the face-off, and take an eye on what happens up here. So he goes and then doesn't go and then comes back. And they're just kind of out of wax. And now he goes. And during all that commotion, they get another fast break. Goal. So, I mean, that's a couple times for a really well-coached team to just give up. I mean, it just goes to show you how concerned UVA was with getting their defensive personnel on the field so that they could stop these guys. But during the process, they caused, man-up situations for Maryland. Kind of see, boom, and open six a goal for Maryland. So they just were able to take advantage of those situations and score goals. All right, so there you have it. Just wanted to show you some clips from the game. I'm going to do more of these types of videos for sure. So I'll be keeping an eye on these games this weekend. Also, be taking a look at the Division III and the Division II games. So, like I said, this is Coach Miller with BTB Lax. See you in another video.